Hey guys, so it's Monday and it's the first day of the week, and I know that a lot of people have a hard time with Mondays. It's the beginning of a week, there's 5 more days until the weekend, and a lot of people struggle with, the Monday blues, the Monday woes, and there's actually statistics that prove that there's 33% more heart attacks on Monday mornings because people are just so stressed out, and there's a 25% increase in work-related injuries, probably because people just aren't really with it. They're really not paying attention. They're really not motivated. So Monday is a hard time for a lot of people. And I want to talk to you today for the Mind Makeover Monday about change. And it's something that everybody has to deal with. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And, just because we're given change, and even though it might be bad change, doesn't mean that we can't turn it into a positive thing. I know it's always easier said than done, but it really all just has to do with your perspective. Is this change a blessing, or are you going to let it bring you down and make you sad and just influence your whole week? So I was going to share with you a personal story of mine, and it really just all has to do with perception, and dealing with change, even if it's unwelcome. It forces us to reevaluate what our best options are. And I really think that this is something that a lot of people really don't think about when they're dealing with change. 2 years ago, I had a really good job. I was working at a bank, and I moved up very quickly in the corporate ladder, and I had gotten a raise and promotion within the first month and a half, and I was doing really well for myself. I didn't have a degree, I wasn't going to school, and I really wasn't doing anything to better myself except having that great career. And after working there for about 6 months, I had went out of state to visit a friend, and I was in emergency surgery less than 12 hours after I got there. I had appendicitis, and they were afraid that it was going to rupture, so they rushed me into surgery. Because of that, I couldn't fly, and I was not allowed to work for 6 weeks. And my boss at the time said, "Oh, don't worry about it, we'll work with you, we're going to make it work, it's not a big deal, you come back when you're ready, we'll keep in contact." And the next day I got a phone call from corporate offices, and they had said that they cannot hold my position, and that they were going to have to terminate my employment, but that I could reapply when I was able to return to work. I had tried to get in contact with some people when I was able to return to work, and my phone calls weren't getting returned, and my boss was trying to get me back in, but he was getting some feedback. They were giving him a hard time, so I lost my job because of something that was completely out of my control. And so I had decided at that time that I was going to move home. And it was a big decision because it was, for me, like taking a step backwards. And I moved home in June, and that August I was enrolled for full-time classes at a university. And since then I have, I'm still in classes, and I'm still going for my degree. And in the meantime, I'm also starting my own business. So the change that I was given wasn't necessarily good change. In fact, I thought it was terrible change. Everything was just taken away from me. A job that I loved, my friends. I moved back home, which was actually out of state where I'm from. And it took a long time for me a couple months, to turn it into a good thing, and to look back now and be able to see that I know that I was given that change, and I needed to make the best of it. And so that's what I did. If you think about life, everybody says, well, I wish it was just easy, and I wish I didn't have any problems, and You know, the stress and the pressure, I just don't like it. I can't deal with it. You know, Monday just brings it all back up. But think about a butterfly. There's a story that floats around that there was a butterfly trying to get out of a cocoon, and it was really, really struggling, and so this gentleman had clipped the cocoon away so that the butterfly could be free and fly, and the butterfly actually couldn't fly. It was unable to fly, and it wasn't because the wing was clipped or anything, but it was because when a butterfly is in a cocoon, struggling to get out brings blood to the wings so that they're able to fly. So it's a really inspiring story to think about. If you have no change, if you have no challenge, if you have no pressure, no struggles, and you walk through life, you know, it would cripple us. We would be crippled. We would never have to deal with anything. But when we're given challenge and we're given troubles and stress, you know, it gives us strength, and it gives us perseverance, and you know, it gives us an accomplishment. I mean, think of a change that you had to go through that wasn't pleasant, but at the end, you know, it felt great because you had accomplished it. I mean, you made it through. So it's something really inspiring. I always just like to think about the butterfly story. You know, think of it as a halftime. You know, if you lose your job, or you're put in a situation where things are taken from you, you know, during a football game, they have halftime. And what do they do during halftime? They evaluate how they've done so far, and they think of ways to make changes for the remaining half to make it better. So when you're faced with change, use it as a halftime. I mean, take that time and really think about what you want to be doing, where you want to go, what the next step is, and turn it into a positive situation. So I really encourage you to, you know, focus on turning Mondays into a positive thing, and looking forward to what the week has in store. What can you accomplish this week? So instead of looking at Mondays as, oh, what am I going to do? And, oh, it's so stressful. And, oh, 5 days. Think of it as the things that you could accomplish. I mean, you have 5 days. What can you do for yourself? What can you do for somebody else? What things can you accomplish in that week? Set challenges for yourself so that you have something to work towards. You have something to work for. You know, Thomas Edison was actually told that he was stupid and that he didn't have the ability to learn. And he was also told that he is uncreative, I believe. And, you know, he invented the light bulb. And he says that he didn't fail 1,000 times. He says that the light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. And I really think that's awesome that, you know, he didn't let all those struggles keep him down, but rather he continued to change the invention until it worked. So make changes in your life. Don't be afraid of change. And if you're given change, make the best of it, you know. And if you're in a situation where you're just not happy, then change it. I mean, and it's like, oh, well, then I have to do this, or, well, then I have to do that, and what am I going to do about this? But, you know, think of a dog. If a dog is laying on a nail, they might moan and complain, but is it enough to do something? If you're really not happy in your life, do something about it. And if you're not doing something, then, you know, it can't be that bad. So I just really encourage you to take this Monday and think about the things that you can do this week, and the things that you can accomplish, and the goals and tasks that you can achieve, and the things that you can do for other people, and really, you know, take change in your life as a positive thing, even if it's not given to you in a positive manner. So this is it for the Mind Makeover Monday. This Monday, I am making over my mind that I'm going to embrace change, and I'm going to make the best out of it, whether it's given to me in a good situation or a bad situation. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!